The Keys 100. Holy crap. That was insane.
Doing good, let's go!
Where do I even start? That was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. That was way harder than I thought it was going to be. That was the adventure of a lifetime. Will go down as an all-time great memory. It was everything that I wanted it to be and so much more. What is the Keys 100? So the Keys 100 is a 100-mile race from Key Largo to Key West. You can run it as an individual, or you can do what we did, run it as a team. And it's not like your traditional ultra marathon where each person has their own leg. This is chaos. There are splits from 1 mile all the way up to 7 being the longest, which is a story on its own. And basically you can break it up any way that you want. Each runner can run multiple distances, different legs, multiple legs. However you want to break it up is up to you. But really what the strategy is you rotate at every single meeting point. Therefore, you can haul it when it's your turn to run because you're going into it only running 2 to 3 miles on average. So you can book it. But it becomes challenging because then you have to wait an hour or so before you run again. And it's 95 degrees out, 95% humidity, and we have no idea where we are. You have 15 minutes until you have to meet the runner at the next meetup spot, and you have to find where that meetup spot is, and you have to get there enough time so that the next person running has enough time to warm up some from their last sprint that they just did. And so it was an entire day of chaos. But what a freaking ride. The whole weekend was an experience. Started for me Friday. The day is finally here. We are heading from Charleston to Miami. We got a car driving down to Key Largo, spending the night in an Airbnb, and then 100 miles, Keys 100. I found this race 2024. I was looking at some southeast type of ultra marathon, something that interested me, and I stumbled upon this race, which embodies everything that I love: running by the water, and high UV. So meeting a couple buddies down in Miami today. We're gonna hop on this plane, meet up with them, and it's be interesting. The rest of the team got in earlier that week. When we got into Miami, our 12-person extended van was waiting for us at the airport, and I'm talking, this was a big boy, bigger than any other car that I've driven. So of course, what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna meet? We're gonna go get lunch downtown Brickell, Miami. I, with Brooke by my side and Rob in the back, I take this van downtown Brickell. I'm talking Penn State Stadium pulse, cars, horns honking on either side of me, trying to parallel park this extended van that I've just been driving for 30 minutes, still trying to get comfortable. And I nail that parallel parking, which honestly I should have expected. That set the tone for the weekend. That set the weekend hot. Once the van's parked, we go meet the team and get some lunch. The team consists of 5 of my college buddies. So there's 6 of us. We've got Brad, the mountain goat, Rob, the marathon sprinter, Eli, the freak of all athletes, Bryce, who takes a stride and it's 10 yards long every single time, Kaiser, who's just that California cruiser and just doesn't have a motor that ever ends. And then you got me. So our team's comprised of some pretty elite athletes. Catch up with the team, we switch cars over, we all hop in the van, and we head to Key Largo. We finish up lunch, transfer over cars, everybody's in the van, and we're off to Key Largo, which 2 to 3 hour drive. An hour into it, we stop at a Publix to buy fuel, hydration, anything we really need for that weekend. We load this car up. Dinner for tonight, we've got it all. We've checked all the boxes, didn't miss anything. We get to the race check-in. Traffic seemed to be way worse than expected, and race check-in ended at 8 p.m. We get there at 7 p.m. We already know that we're a little underprepared for this race. Not physically, but with strategery. I go up to the race marshal, say, hey, I'm checking in for our team. Here's my gear. Are we all good to go? He goes, yeah, let me see your lights. And I go, well, I've got this light right here. That's all I thought we needed. He goes, no, you needed 3 lights. There's a couple stores around here that might have something, but you gotta have 3 lights, otherwise we can't let you race. Of course, it's 7 p.m. None of those stores are open, so we start panicking. Wouldn't be an adventure without a little drama. We didn't have any lights, and we needed 3 sets, so we just literally bought some off someone, trying to get creative, played out. Oh my gosh. Thankfully, we found a team that had some extra lights, saved the day. We finally check in. It's 7:45 p.m. There's only a couple teams left that haven't checked in. We're good to go. But we still have to check into our Airbnb. It's 8 p.m. We have a 3 a.m. wake up call. We haul the van over to the Airbnb. We whip up a fantastic dinner. Shout out Brooke for being a great cook and cooking for the team that night. Mother Brooke, chefing it up.
Not my job. The only one who gets to drink the night before.
We watch some race documentaries. We bond a little bit. And then it's lights out because we got some work to do in the morning.
All right, let's do it.
Nerves are high, vibes are even higher. Rob Ross, 4:30 in the morning, second leg of the day. You feeling warmed up?
Oh yeah, already got a shit out. We're feeling light.
Oh, I couldn't get it out. It was too early.
Let's go!
Let's go! Quickly down some food, start hydrating, load the van back up, and we head to the start line, right behind where we checked in the night before, so we were finally familiar with our grounds. Brad was starting the race off, but we had to check out the competition first thing in the morning, get our feet under us, get comfortable, see what we're up against.
They're like hardly moving as I was running, but you just find something so well. I got it there.
Made it to the start line on time. Kaiser, how are we feeling this morning?
We feel good. Feeling locked in. What,
Warmed
5 a.m.?
up. No, 4:50, not even 5 yet. Finally, around 5:15, the race starts and Brad is taking us out the gates. It is pitch black out.
Oh well, and take a video for it, blah.
Second runner, passing off.
Oh, let's go.
Fina finishing his 4.7 mile split. Rob Ross is coming in with a 3.6 mile.
Just take notes. 666. Oh gosh, no, that would.
No, that's bad.
7.
How we feel?
Feeling great.
Let's go. Got runner
Locked
number
in.
2, 3.6 mile segment. Rob Ross,
650s.
all-time world
650s.
champion.
How'd it go? All right, let's get in. Let's go.
Get in.
So these ultra marathons are interesting because in the beginning, everyone's right there. You can see everybody racing this race. But over time, people are faster, some people are slower, and you start to break out from each other. And there's points in this race where we were the only people there. Whether that's a good thing, whether that's a bad thing, we were on our own figuring this out. Waiting on Rob, about to pass off to the third
Only
split.
one side.
Only one nostril's actually getting air.
We were
Yeah.
in third place after
She
the
can
first
hardly
split.
even like sleep at night.
Yeah,
So
it's
Long
horrible.
race to
she
go.
just tried to get a surgery.
Sun's
for
starting
it.
to peak
It was
out.
supposed to be this
15
Monday.
minutes
Yeah.
before
And her
we
healthcare
start
denied the
taking
whole
our
thing.
lights off.
She said she doesn't need it. It's not mandatory.
This is moving fast,
It's a
but
full healthcare
it's 6
procedure for the
a.m.
sake of your health.
Probably got another
the doctor's
11
like,
hours
she really
to
can't
go.
do physical.
We're figuring this out. We're getting comfortable. We're getting our bib transfer down.
Yo, bib.
Bib.
I thought it was you. Go! Woo!
Our morale's high. We're all getting out of the van each time, cheering each other on.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Cooking! Come on! Come on! Woo! How we feel? How we feel?
Fantastic.
How's
Cruise
the pace?
6:45 the entire time with the guy running it by himself. Felt good.
Lots of let's go out there and just a fantastic morning. It's 6 a.m. We're 10 miles into this race. We know we have a long day ahead of us, but we're feeling good. Running 2-3 miles when your energy's that high, it's pretty easy. Keep in mind, it was also a lot cooler in the morning.
Pre-run.
Game time, baby. It's the shit you train for. Feel good? Not too high yet. It's about to be 95 in a couple hours, so I'm gonna love these miles. Feel good? We're at about 650 pace on that. We're locked in. T-Worth off to the fucking speed demons. Sun's coming up. Hopes are coming up. Let's go get that W.
How many souls did you take?
Right, oh dude, we took multiple souls. Then left them in the dust back there. And guess what? It's only the start. We got like 4 or 5 groups in front of us. Mile 70, mile 80.
How we feeling?
That's where we come.
How we feeling?
Feel good.
Now, let me be clear. I keep saying that we were near the front just as a guideline. The main purpose of this was a group of friends to get together, push themselves, do something that we've never done before, have a weekend together, create a memory that we'll never forget.
So now we're at Enzo. We just left Island Morada.
Just left Isla Morada. Eli's cruising in to finish
So
up.
that's mile marker 79.
Eli's cruising in to meet us at quarter of the way through the race. All the boys.
Let's go!
This whole filming is just gonna be clips of everyone going, "Let's go!" and run a Keys 100, a race that we've had our eyes set on for over a year. And how many times do you make plans that you throw in the group message that never come into fruition? We did it. We got it out of the group message. We had A, B, C goals that we wanted to hit. A goal being a 7-minute mile, B goal being a 7:30 minute per mile, and a C goal 8-minute per mile total time team pace. That's what we were going for. Not first, not second, not third. Those goals. Us versus us. Pushing ourselves. So as the day goes on, I distinctly remember looking at the clock and it says 9 a.m. thinking to myself, wow, we're 30 miles into this.
Or at least just have a gap. I mean, dude, half of America doesn't even
Let's
have
go.
I hate running around on their side.
So what mile we at?
So we're meeting him at 70.8. So we're about 30 miles in right now.
30 miles in right now. Just getting started.
Almost a third of the way there.
Yeah.
Everybody's feeling all alive?
Feel good.
Yo.
Guys are here, about to go in on the next segment. We got 2.7 miles coming up, waiting on Bryce to get over the bridge. I think he's about midway across. He's slowing us down a bit, so I'm gonna have to push pace.
Hey, we lift up our teammates. Don't tear them down.
Yeah.
Wow.
We actually ran into a little pickle. We did not expect a bridge after a 4-mile
Alright.
split for Bryce.
All right.
Yeah, we'll edit that part out for Bryce.
Bryce.
We got this down. I think we're gonna break our A goal. We're feeling great. But as the old saying goes, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So we had what I would call our Bible. We had a piece of paper with each meeting point and all the stops in between that you could go to during the race, the distances between those meetup points, and the mile markers that they line up with. All we did the night before was put our initials down in some sort of plan on who's going to run what. Obviously, everybody wants to contribute as much as they can, and we all want it to be a team effort. Where it got interesting is, one, we didn't realize the fatigue that would set in. Two, finding these meetup points was so difficult. We are driving on that one lane road, Key Largo to Key West. There are so many shoulders that we have to pull up on, so many mile markers, so many points that we had to be on the lookout for this entire race. And you're on a timer. You've got somebody out there giving it their all. The last thing you want to do is ruin the team's time because we can't figure out where the hell we're going to park. So it was constant on the lookout for the next viewpoint, the next check-in point on where we're going to meet everybody. We get to a point where the estimated distance didn't line up with the mile marker, and we had to get flexible. It was a 2-mile split, so let's call it 14 minutes between the time we were running and when the next runner transfers out. So we're on a time crunch trying to figure out how we're going to split up this next little bit, keep everybody from being fatigued, have everybody running the same amount, because it's still early in the race. We all want to run. We all want a piece of the pie, and we're scrambling. We're trying to break down the miles, who's capable of what right now, who hasn't ran in a little bit, who can run this upcoming split, and it's pure chaos. It's 9:30 in the morning. We're 30, 40 miles into a race, and it's chaos. I mean, oh my gosh. We figure it out, and the race continues. Things start to get tough because the weather starts to get a little hot. That sun starts to break out. That UV starts to rise, which gave us some nasty safety tan lines. And the heat's starting to play a factor. We're worried about our hydration, worried about fueling, worried about cramping, and worried about where we're gonna meet the next runner and how we're doing on time. We are 50-mile marker, halfway. We're about to see Kaiser pass the bib off to Fina, who's got about a 3-mile run. And then we've got some long splits. 7-mile bridge.
Tell the people how you're feeling, Royce. How you feeling?
I'm a little anxious.
Why?
Not gonna lie, the weather is playing a big factor right now. When you finish that run, you cannot stop sweating first.
How are we feeling about the long 7-mile stint?
I feel comfortable with 5 miles right now. I think the last 2 is gonna
Be warm.
push it.
Do we have a game plan?
Yeah, Rob and I are gonna rip a gel 3.5 miles in.
Hydration throughout?
Yeah, gonna bring a water this time.
Bring a
We
water.
haven't been bringing waters throughout.
I'm just getting better at each stop.
See how she goes. We're halfway through. Sun's getting intense. As Eli was saying,
That's what I was
the
saying
weatherman's about to
earlier.
collect his debt.
Just
Seeing some of these crazy, beautiful views. I mean, you're in the Keys. People go on vacation to the Keys to be in this weather, to look at the water, to drive these roads, and we're running on it. No matter how hard your split was, no matter how hot you were, it was just so hard to not be grateful that we were doing this together. It was electric. It was hard not to sit back and be like, wow, we're doing this right now. Now at mile marker 47.1 is a meetup location to change runners out before the famous 7-mile bridge. The 7-mile bridge is an extremely exposed segment and the longest segment of the entire race. You have water on both sides of you and a hill to climb in the center of it. When you get to this point in the race, it was 12:30, 1 o'clock in the day, so the sun is peaked. We're starting to feel some fatigue. I'm taking this 7-mile bridge. I'm excited. I put dibs on it. I wanted it. I had my eyes set on it ever since we set the date for this race. I wanted to beat the 7-mile bridge. I'm fueled up. I'm hydrated. I'm ready to go. So I get the bib from Rob and I take off.
Way to work, Peanut! Let's go!
And as I'm running quarter mile down the road, I see the pedestrian bridge on the other side of the highway. Now this entire race, we've been running oceanside, facing traffic, but when there's a pedestrian bridge, we run on the pedestrian bridge just to stay as far away from the cars as we can. So I'm running and I see this little shoulder on the highway, and then I also look over and I see the pedestrian bridge, and I think, well, I probably am gonna run the pedestrian bridge. So I cross the highway and I start running it. I am feeling good. I'm pacing myself. I brought water for this run and a gel pack. I'm pacing my hydration. I know that at 3.5 miles, I'm gonna take this gel pack and it's gonna carry me across the line. So I'm running and I start bending the corner. And as I bend that corner, I realize, oh no, this bridge ends. I'm supposed to be running on the highway. I just ran 2 miles on the wrong bridge. What am I gonna do? I immediately turn around and start booking it back. I call Brooke, team manager, driver of the van. Mayday, mayday, mayday. We are screwed. Probably, in hindsight, wasn't the smartest to answer a phone with mayday, mayday, mayday while we're running on the highway. Everybody thinks that I got clipped, ankles sticking out, arms broken. But really what happened is I ran the wrong route. What are we gonna do? So I start running back. We're trying to think of a plan. They're already crossing that bridge, expecting me to be done here in 20 minutes. We've got a couple other long splits after this. We've got our runners lined up who can run paces that distance, and all of a sudden we're thrown in for another wrench. What are we gonna do? Brooke gets on that phone and says, can you run it? I go, run the extra 9 miles? Like, this is the hardest part of the course. You want me to run it? She goes, well, can you? I go, I don't know, like, you can't come back. She said, we're gonna be another 45 minutes until we're back and can transfer runners out. You can do it. I go, screw it. I'm just gonna rip it. And so I start running across that bridge again. 7 miles turned into 11 miles. I've drank half my water before even getting on the 7 mile bridge at this point. I only have 1 gel packet of fuel. I am worried I'm not even gonna make it across the bridge at this point, but I do not wanna let my team down. I already did a 30-minute, let's call it 30-minute self-inflicted wound by running the wrong bridge. I do not wanna add more time to this. I owe it to my teammates, I owe it to myself to run this to the best of my ability, cross that bridge, pass the bib off with no more errors. And so I run. I'm holding my 7-minute pace. I am wondering how I am still doing this right now, considering we're 50 miles into this 100-mile race. I keep running. At this point, I'm not drinking my water. I'm saving it enough just to wet my mouth when it gets so dehydrated from the wind and from the heat. But I keep running. Mile 4, mile 5. I get to mile 6, that's where the incline is. I run up the incline, still holding pace. Mile 7, mile 8, I think I'm gonna run this 11-mile split at the same pace I was hoping that I could run for that 7-mile bridge. And I hold that pace the entire freaking way. I see my team and I am dead at this point. I was giving it everything that I got, but I see them and I go,
Let's go!
Let's go. You do the crime.
7 mile.
you do the crime, you do the time. Meaning, my bad, boys. I messed up. Now it's my problem to fix. I won't let you down. We pass it up. I get that 11-mile split, and I am exhausted, but I am so fired up.
11-mile split, 7:10 pace.
Proud of you, brother.
Oh, fuck. That was long.
You got goosebumps.
I know, I
got goosebumps.
Stud. Good for you, dude.
Dude, my heart sank when I saw it dead end.
Let's go.
So prepared. It's preparation.
I knew you could do it.
I'm just like, get me ball.
I knew you could do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It was the energy boost that our team needed. So the race continues. Update going on. Had a self-inflicted wound. Ran 4 miles on the wrong bridge before the 7-mile bridge. Ended up doing 11 miles total. 30-minute self-inflicted wound. We're 3/4 of the way done.
I didn't have to.
Boys are cooking right now. We're leapfrogging our way down. The heat is kicking our butts. You can't stop sweating. You can't drink enough waters. You can't get enough electrolytes in you. We're tired. We've been up since 3 in the morning. It is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we're still at it. We're at mile 80 about and we're tired. We're trying to keep morale high, but we are mentally at our limits and physically getting close to our limits. But we're still pushing. We're starting to get back out of the van each time we transfer runners because we know that we're all exhausted, we're all tired. We all want this to be over because it's been a long, hard day and we just keep kicking at it. Eventually we get to the point where everybody's running their last segment. I fortunately was able to be the last runner to run.
T-Worth, about to bring us home, mile 98. How we
Hasn't
feel?
been easy for anybody. It's been a team effort all day. I couldn't be more proud of the boys for showing up.
How the vibes been?
Vibes have been good. I'm getting goosebumps. I don't know if it's vibes or just the overheating.
So the plan was to run my last 2-mile segment, meet the team 250 yards out at White Street. I remember it clear as day, and that way we could cross the finish line as a unit because we started this race together and we were gonna finish this race together. And what's crazy was with how under-prepared we were strategically for our parking locations, for who's running, we did not have any hiccups. The only hiccup we had that day was on me taking the wrong bridge, but everything else, while chaotic, went smooth when it mattered. I get to the point where we're gonna meet up and cross the finish line together, and I get there, and I don't see him. I'm waiting, I don't see him, so I pull out my phone and I call him. I go, guys, where are you? They tell me they're gonna be there any moment, and I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting, I'm starting to see our time tick up, and we're right at hitting our goal, and I'm thinking to myself, guys, if we don't hurry up, we're gonna miss our goal because we wanted to cross this line together. What is going on? So I pull up their locations. They turned right when they were supposed to turn left. They were on the other side of the key. Thankfully, my team is unselfish and they said, go ahead, cross that finish line. We'll meet you there. So I crossed that finish line, unfortunately, by myself, but knowing that I couldn't have gotten there without the rest of the team. We ran in 12 hours and 23 minutes, a 7-minute, 26-second minute per mile pace for 100 miles. We hit our goal. The goal that we set year before, the goal that we had set for ourselves, we beat. Even with a 28-minute self-inflicted wound, which, sorry guys, would have made us break 12 hours, unfortunately. But even with that penalty, we still hit our goal. It was electric. Finish line on the beach, beers, food, real food. Thankfully, I think we all had about 6 burgers after eating nothing besides rice cakes, peanut butter, bananas, and some sourdough. Thank you, Brooke. But we did it. The race that we wanted to do together for so long and the goal that we set together so long ago, we ran and we accomplished. Now, when you recap, there was a lot that went on. But when you think about it, that day started at 3 a.m. We finished at 5:45. That was an entire day of pushing ourselves. By the end of it, we were all so mentally drained, so heat exhausted, so physically exerted that it made crossing that line into Higgs Beach that much better. There were a lot of lessons that came out of that I'll go over in a different video. But if there's one lesson that I want to take away from it, is do that race. Push yourself to your limits. Find your best friends. Find your best buddy. Find whoever. Do something hard together. Do something that you've had on your bucket list for so long. Do it together. I promise you, it will be the ride of a lifetime. So glad I was able to run that race and run it with some of my best friends. Keys 100, you lived up to the hype. Keys 100, I appreciate you for setting up that race. Yeah. What a great race. What a memory. That's something that I'll never forget that. Yeah. That was awesome.
Every clip of
It's just gonna be.
let's go!
Just give me 2 minutes of let's go, and you guys like let's go.
The documentary.